It's on me. There we go. All right, we're live.
We're live! Holy cow. Hello, YouTube. We are live in Phoenix. We are at Comerica Theater. I've got this Jordan Peterson guy. I'm somehow hosting on his channel. That doesn't seem right. We're about to do what, our maybe 13th, 14th, 15th? They're all starting to blend.
Yeah, in a good way.
Thing. Look at this suit. You really stepped up in the wardrobe department. I feel very bad.
Oh, you're looking sharp, man.
Yeah.
You're looking sharp.
This thing has been unbelievable, huh?
It's pretty remarkable, and this theater in Phoenix is one of the most interesting ones yet. It's very big.
Yeah.
It's about 8 stories high inside.
Yeah. So about 4,000 people waiting in there. It's about 105 in Phoenix today.
Yeah, they're actually only here to purchase the air conditioning.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I literally went to the gym twice today to sweat indoors because it was so hot outdoors. But we've been bouncing around. We just did 3 stops in Texas last 3 nights. Everything has been great, right? Just the people. Good. And what I say to you every night, I say it before we start and then at the end, it's like, man, everything that they say about this man, about this tour, about everything going on here, it's completely the reverse of the truth.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, well, I spend a fair bit of time after the lectures talking to people. It's usually about 150 people that I get to say hello to.
Yeah.
And everybody has 15 seconds or so to tell me a story, but they don't.
They're saying audio is really low.
Audio's low. All right, we're going to talk louder.
Okay.
All right, we're going to talk louder. How's that?
Let's see if we can pick it up a little
Yeah.
bit. So, yeah.
A little energy, Peterson. Come on, man.
So I talked to about 150 people afterwards, and they all have a story to tell me, but most of the stories are variants on a theme, which is that they're happy to listen to the lectures because it's helping them clarify their thinking or providing them with words that they hadn't had before to describe things they know to be true. Or they tell me that they're doing better as a couple, or that there's a father and son there, or a father and a daughter, or a mother and a daughter, and they're getting along better. Or it's a couple that's just decided to get engaged and their relationship is better, or a father who's doing better with his kids, or none of it's political. Very little of it's political.
Yeah, it's maybe 10% political. And I'll talk to the camera for a second for this, because every day when they tell you that Jordan's got, it's angry white men, right? That's the thing. First off, I would guess it's about 60-40 usually, male to female. There are gay people, there are black people, white people, Asian people. There were Muslims last night and Jews. I mean, the whole thing, all of that diversity that actually doesn't matter, it's all there. And they just consistently lie about it.
Well, I think that it seems to me that let's say, the mainstream media types that have been pillaring me in various ways don't have a lexicon for dealing with a phenomena that's primarily psychological. They have to make this fundamentally political.
Yeah.
Even the political aspects of it, insofar as I'm not a fan of the radical leftists, for example.
But by the way, you've been slamming the radical right too. I mean, your whole thing, this is the irony of the situation, is you talk about the identity politics of the right and the danger of that as much almost on stage.
I don't like collectivists.
Yeah.
I think it's a bad route, and I think it takes us down a tribal path, and I think that the end destiny of a tribal path is bloodshed. And I don't care whether it's the left wing or the right. I'm more perturbed about the left wing because of their dominance in the universities in particular. And that's what, that's where a lot of this came from. But it's the collectivist issue that's at hand. And almost everything that we've been talking about, that I'm talking about with the audience, is about the Western tradition of individual responsibility, essentially, also not individual rights, although they're part of the discussion.
Yeah.
It's funny to be, but I would also say that in the collectivist lexicon, there's no such thing as free speech, and there's really no such thing as individual responsibility. And so, insofar as I'm able to make a case for that, that makes me an enemy. But even more importantly, it takes the dialogue outside of the way they frame the world. They don't know what to do about it.
Yeah.
They don't know how to handle it. So they invent an enemy, essentially.
Right. They don't really do the work intellectually to counter the argument, so they just do the same old thing. We were saying right before we started how a year and a half ago, we didn't even know each other.
No.
The first time we ever did anything together was, I think it was November 2nd of 2016, which was a day or two before the American election. It feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
And I had just moved into my house. I didn't have my studio yet. And we did a little Google Hangout thing, and the audio was terrible and the video was bad. And you were telling me the Pinocchio story, which now most of your audience knows about. And you were getting teary-eyed, and it ended. And I thought, truly, I mean, I've said this to you, I was like, I don't know exactly what to make of this guy. And then subsequently, you came on my show many times, and we've done a couple hours together, and we did the sit-down with Shapiro. And it's like every month or 2 months, this thing just levels up, and it feels more real, it feels more concrete, and we're all kind of growing together. Yeah. Although I got to tell you, man, we crossed 600,000 YouTube subscribers, I think, on the same day. You got like 1.2 right now. I'm almost at 800.
I'm stomping you, man. Yeah. Stomping you good, man.
I like competition. I do like competition. We do like that. Yeah. But it's just so cool watching this whole thing grow.
Well, luckily, as hundreds of millions of people come online, we're not going to run out of audience. Yeah. Because there's another 2 billion people to join the electronic web with enough bandwidth to start streaming videos. So it looks to me like this whole online video and audio and podcast world is just getting its legs underneath it. Yeah. God only knows where it's going to go.
All right. Well, since we're behind the scenes in the green room here, let's just do a couple behind the scenes things here. First off, just how you feeling while doing this whole thing?
My health is improving very much. I'm much better than I was a month ago, and incomparably better than I was a year ago. Yeah. So that's really working out well, and I'm having a very nice time with the audiences. They're unbelievably.
Isn't it incredible?
Positive.
I mean, meeting these people, like just literally we haven't had one protester.
No.
Just everyone.
I guess they're planning something in Portland.
Yeah, we'll see about Portland.
Yeah,
if it's going to happen, it's going to happen in Portland. But really, every night after the show, you meet a certain amount of people afterwards, and I usually go out into the crowd. Yeah. And there's hundreds, sometimes thousands of people wait, and it's like, man, they just want to hug you and say
I get
something
lots of
nice
hugs.
to you. A lot of hugs.
Yeah,
hugs. It's pretty
from
cool.
all these vicious people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you're not a germaphobe.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the other thing too is if I'm protested in Richmond or Portland to any degree, I'm going to videotape the lecture and put it online, and then people can see what's being protested. Yeah. I think so. I think that's the plan.
When we do these, they've pretty much been different every single night. I mean, we've done about 15 shows, and I mix it up a little bit every night. There's a couple jokes in there that are the mainstays, some lobster stuff, and the rest. But
well, you can't dispatch the lobster jokes.
The lobsters have to be in there. But you pretty much, I mean, the hour and a half that you do, and then especially when we do the Q&A after, which is totally off the cuff, you're kind of just going in and out, and sometimes you do 3 rules, sometimes you do 8 rules, sometimes you do no rules. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to develop a very large corpus of stories around each of the chapters, and then I can mix and match them, and I'm also trying to push the ideas that I've been developing in the book farther ahead with each talk. Yeah. And so I've spent a lot of time talking about the relationship between hierarchies and goals and difference in status. That's been a main theme, and the relationship between truth and quality of existence. That's another one that there's a very powerful positive relationship there necessary, and all of those themes, there's no end to the amount you can develop them, and each venue gives me an opportunity to push it a little bit farther and clarify what I'm thinking and get the story a little bit tighter and see how the audience, see how the individuals in the audience are reacting. Yeah. And I like the fact that you open with a humorous intro, and that the Q&A has an element of lightness and comedy in it, because one of the things I learned a long time ago was that even if you're dealing with something that's extremely serious, if you can't do it with a comedic touch, then you haven't got the balance right, even if it's deadly serious stuff. Yeah,
and they love it when you make them laugh, sometimes accidentally even, they love that. They really love seeing that other side of you. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. All right, well, you got a show to do.
I do.
I guess I got a show to do
you
too.
Do too.
But you really got a show to do. All right, guys. That's Jordan Peterson. I'm Dave Rubin. Would you tell these good people to subscribe to my channel?
Subscribe to Dave's damn channel, people. Yeah, he needs the subscriber. He's falling far behind. He's feeling like a bottom lobster.
Don't make me the bottom lobster, guys. I get it. He's the top lobster, but can we be second level lobster or something? All right. Well, it's going to be fun tonight, and we look forward to seeing you guys. We're doing this through July, and then you're continuing into August.
Yeah, and maybe September too.
Yeah. Well, I'll jump if you jump back in September. I'll jump back on you.
Good. All right, Dave.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
You bet.
Thanks, Johnny.